Hello and welcome to another episode of the Dustin and Eric podcast show brought to you by Mimosa Networks. Hey, that's Eric.
And I'm Eric. And that's Dustin. You tricked me this time.
I did trick you this time.
You don't often trick me, but this time you tricked me.
So today we're going to have a special episode that talks about WISPAMERICA and the C5x. So WISPAMERICA is coming up pretty soon in the next few days, starting on March 19th.
You're heading out there next week. I'm going to have to man the fort.
Yeah,
Forte.
Sorry, you're going to have to stay here and do work while I partay at the WISPAMERICA.
Bowling Green, Indiana?
You're close. It's Cincinnati.
Oh, Cincinnati. WKRP in Cincinnati.
It's going to be very cold in Cincinnati.
Okay. Hey, I looked up WKRP 100 years ago. It's not in Cincinnati, folks. It's outside of Athens, Georgia. Yeah, it was. Trivia.
Cool.
That's the 315 trivia connection.
So
on with the show.
Feel free to come by our booth. Airspan and Mimosa both will be in that booth. So we'll have our products there, and Airspan will have their family of products there as well. So if you've been thinking about branching out into LTE, or you've been thinking about using more Mimosa products, just come on by and we'll help you out.
Who's going to be there this time? Or a bunch of people?
Just a bunch of people, you know. David from Product, Jamie, me.
Awesome.
Just the normal folks who usually go to the Mimosa booth.
Will there be some rebranding stuff there? Or?
709.
709. 709? That's the booth. Cincinnati, Ohio. Next week, booth 709.
All right, well.
Dustin Stock, right there.
I'll be there.
How are you going to get their bus? You probably better leave now.
Anyway,
Wow.
The other thing we're talking about today is the C5x. So the C5x has been out for a couple of months now. We've all installed our share of C5x's. So Eric, tell me what you think about the C5x.
It's rocking. It's rocking. In fact, I'm doing some things up on the roof right now with the X.
Except you're in the studio recording. So.
How can I do that? I could be two places at once.
It's a hologram.
We've been doing good on that. You know, we're doing support chats, and we're not seeing a lot of C5X action come in there. Just have some general stuff.
Well, while you might think things about the C5X, I know things about the C5X, and I know it's rocking. I don't think it's rocking.
Oh.
I know that we have a lot of new customers coming in the chat daily with C5Xs as their first Mimosa radio.
Yep. Looking
for help in setting those links up. And I've seen lots and lots of positive feedback on Facebook from new and current Mimosa users who love the C5X.
And so one of the things is the feature key. What's going on there? Can you explain to the folks?
Sure. The feature keys are gone. So if you weren't aware, we actually disabled feature keys just a couple of weeks ago. We know feature keys are annoying. I myself personally hate feature keys and thought it just complicated the process. So we went ahead and disabled that. So for any of you guys who are about to buy a C5X, it will come with point-to-point mode automatically. It'll come with 1 gig Ethernet speeds on point-to-point and point-to-multipoint, whereas before you had to buy license keys for point-to-point or 1 gig Ethernet speed.
So if I fire it up, I get an unlock key. It's point-to-point right out of the box. What about point-to-multipoint? I'll need to tell it, go into unlock, tell it, hey, I'd like to use this C5X as a PTMP, get a slightly different.
Right. So it's similar to the C5C unlock process. So you go to start.mimosa.co, you put in your serial number like you normally would with any Mimosa radio. You get the drop-down box for either point-to-point or point-to-multipoint. You choose one or the other depending on which mode you want to operate on. Hit submit. You get your unlock key. You put it into the radio just like you would any other Mimosa radio. For those of you who had already bought C5X radios and unlocked them before feature keys went away, if you want to enable 1 gig Ethernet or point-to-point mode, just go back to startmimosa.co, put your serial number in again, choose the mode of operation you want to use, get your new serial number, or your new unlock key.
Yep.
Go into the radio itself, go to the general page under feature status and put that key in. It'll unlock that new feature for you. So for those of you, again, have already deployed C5X before feature keys went away and didn't unlock them to the full capability, Just go get your new unlock key, and it'll make it happen for you.
All right, much easier, streamlined. And don't worry if it's after your local 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. close of business, and you needed that special feature key. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You have to go to your distributor at 8 p.m. or try to get a hold of someone and go, I need a key now, and just unlock it.
Don't have to worry about that anymore.
Awesome.
So feel free to come by the booth and say, hey, thanks for killing those keys off, because you know what? You're welcome.
Yeah, a lot of folks had something to do with that to put it together. And a lot of feedback. You personally took a lot of the feedback from social media, chat support team, and brought it to the forefront, and that's great.
Right.
Good deal.
So feel free to come by, support if you have questions about the C5X. If you're new or existing or returning users from Mimosa, it is most definitely the most solid and most robust piece of equipment that we have at this point, especially for the price point of $89 or whatever the price is. I know it went up $20 or so, so it's like $85 or $89. So it's still extremely cheap for what it can do. So
everything's included still, packaging wise.
Right.
Yeah.
So. Yep. All right. Well, that's it for this show. Again, please come by booth 709 and see us at WISPAMERICA, Cincinnati, starting on the 19th of March. And
is that 19th? Is that Monday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. Gotcha.
So I'll be there on the 17th through that Friday, but the show actually starts on the 19th.
All right.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time on the next Dustin and Eric podcast show.
All right. Bye. Adios, amigos.
Thanks for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe or follow button to stay up to date with our latest podcast, which will be available on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, and SoundCloud.